This is my first time at Digital Signage Expo. I like the energy in the room. I walked in and it seems like there's a lot of business going on and a lot of people and some great digital signage. I run the Digital Place-Based Advertising Association, and as president of the Digital Place-Based Advertising Association, we lead the advertising industry, our members, networks, and affiliated companies to help the planning, development, and buying of digital place-based advertising. So digital place-based advertising is the video content plus advertising that appears on digital screens throughout the country. What's great about our digital signage and our digital screens is they're very omnipresent, and for consumers and advertisers they are a powerful vehicle. For instance, the big screens in malls from ad-space networks, the only screen in the elevators in office buildings from Captivate Networks, the singular, large, beautiful display screen in office buildings from Wall Street Journal office networks. In fact, RMG Networks has elegant 4K screens in all of the Delta lounges, and they also represent all the screens behind the seats in the airplanes. AMI has got screens all over bars and restaurants. Eyes on Networks has a great business in Walmart and other retail establishments throughout the country. And we have many other members. In fact, in the software business, we have a company called Broadsign as one of our significant members that provides hardware and software to many folks here at Digital Expo. And then we also have VucaNet, a division of NEC that not only produces great screens, but has terrific software used by many of our digital place-based networks. Another great business is Zoom Fitness Networks, which is prolific throughout all the gyms in the country. And as you're on an exercise machine or you're wandering through a gym looking to pick up the next weight, you can't help but see the screen that is very omnipresent in the gyms. Also, Lifetime Fitness is a member in gyms as well. And we have many screens throughout the country, gas stations as well, where consumers and advertisers connect. In fact, we've been doing a lot of business lately with packaged goods and with the auto advertisers that see these screens as very strong devices to connect to that video consumer. Our screens also exist in very desirable places. For instance, in airport lounges, in airplanes, you may have seen the screens behind the seats, and throughout airports. And RMG Networks is once again a prolific company that populates that place with screens. And then we have a company we work with, one of our great members, AMI, that has also a variety of screens in restaurants and bars throughout the country. So what these screens do is it reaches consumers on the go throughout their daily life. And one of the real important elements here is that advertising has really changed. Due to technology, as we see here, what has happened is that technology continues to innovate. As technology innovates, it creates more and different and varied and innovative consumer products. Therefore, television viewing, as we know it or knew it, is now untethered from the only space where it used to be in the living room with primetime network television shows. Video viewing, so to say, has now spread out across an array of devices and also platforms. People are now consuming video on demand. They're consuming video over-the-top television with Netflix, and Amazon now has an over-the-top service. There's people consuming video on tablets, on mobile, on phablets. In case you don't know what a phablet is, it's kind of a larger mobile phone. On, of course, desktop and other devices. So with all this screen video viewing going on, the advertiser is challenged of how to reach back and get these important eyeballs that are difficult to reach. Many advertisers at this time are looking to reach consumers via video and their advertising online, and that's a very viable situation as well. Yet our screens, our digital place-based advertising screens, are firmly part of that ecosystem where now consumers are watching our video screens all over the country in many cities throughout the area. So our organization, the Digital Place-Based Advertising Association, is comprised of over 50 members, largely digital place-based networks that have these big, beautiful screens that capture consumers on their daily journey. In addition to that, we have software companies, technology companies, and research companies that are also members. For instance, Nielsen, GfK, and other research companies are members. It's my first time. I've been in this position for about a year now, and it's my first time here. I spoke at the keynote at the conference yesterday, of which we spoke to a lot of networks and advertisers in the room. I view a lot of consumerism in business through the advertiser minds, and because consumers are out of the home more than ever, because the consumer is more active than ever, advertisers still need to connect to sell their brand products and services to the consumers. So our digital place-based screens and digital signage offers an incredible opportunity to reach these busy and active consumers, not only when they're on the go and no longer tethered to television viewing in the home, but also when they're on their way to making brand or purchase decisions, whether it's in retail or other areas. It's absolutely here to stay. And it will grow, and I think the great thing about technology is as technology once again innovates better signage and better products, it becomes even more attractive to those consuming it. We help to educate, inform, and assist the advertisers and the agencies in understanding how to best embrace this medium that is very vibrantly connecting to the consumer. So our work is with clients, with brand managers, with advertisers, planning groups, and buyers to show them how our video impressions, and they're largely Nielsen video impressions, can reach these intended consumers that are much more active than they ever were. So in answering some of the challenges, these individual networks, we help educate them as well as to how to approach the advertising business, how to formulate their business plans so they can best approach the advertisers to generate revenue. Many of our members attend Digital Signage Expo. In fact, I got off a few emails this morning to the ones that haven't been here that they should come next year, because it really does give a great indication of the latest technology, the latest screens, and how once again to communicate to the consumers and how to have the advertisers communicate to the consumers as well. One of our large initiatives this year is we developed the Video Everywhere marketing campaign. In fact, our website is videoeverywhere.com. And that's where advertisers and people can come to really see how our screens are connecting to advertisers. And the genesis for this Video Everywhere marketing campaign is that now consumers are consuming video everywhere, on mobile, on tablets, on phablets, over the top, and VOD. So therefore, since video is being consumed everywhere, we are significantly part of that ecosystem where advertisers can now connect to the consumers that are very active, very much on the go, with terrific advertising. I would encourage everybody to come to Digital Signage Expo. It's an important place and an important, vibrant marketplace, as I can see here, to really understand the screens, the technology, and from my point of view, what a powerful impact this can be on the advertising marketplace. We have our summit every year, which is of course much smaller, but much more targeted to the advertising community. We have this at the end of October every year, where agency and advertiser leaders come out, as well as the networks, and everybody explores how to better utilize these networks in advertising. And what's been very exciting about digital place-based advertising recently is not only we have accumulated some of that shift of eyeballs from the regular TV set, but all of our screens are digital, which is why digital signage is great, and we have many ways to interact with the consumer, whether it's with NFC or beacons and other mechanisms, whereas consumers can connect to these screens as they pass them by as well.